outbreak of World War I, the United States needed to establish several training camps for soldiers. Deming, New Mexico was selected as one such location, and thus was born Camp Cody. Now, in her own words, the wife of a soldier stationed there, recalls life at this training camp.
The rookie's voice shook and startled. I raised on my elbow and peered out the window. A brilliant moon on the white sand made it nearly as light as day. Something was undoubtedly moving in the shadows of the yucca plants by the roadside. The guard called again, in a voice he tried hard to control, "Advance and be recognized." He drew his gun to his shoulder, and stood motionless. I could scarcely breathe. Was I to see a German spy, I wondered? The moonlight flooded the road, and out from the dense shadows moved slowly a little Mexican burra. Such was my initiation, on my first night at Camp Cody, Deming, New Mexico. My husband, a top sergeant in the 136th Ambulance Company, 109th Sanitary Train, and I were married early in June, 1917, in Iowa. When he left for Deming with his company in September, I felt that the end of the world had come, where of course we expected them to be in camp but a short time before embarking for overseas. The ways of the War Department are past comprehension, and as month after month dragged by, they were still in camp. I arrived in Camp Cody at 2 a.m. on November 30, 1917. The sand blew nearly every morning. The road past our door, which was one main road into camp, was ankle-deep in sand. I often watched from my window, the long brown columns of marching men, their feet making a peculiar crunch in the loose sand. Often they wore handkerchiefs over their mouths and noses, to protect them from the whirling sand. I have seen them returning from one of their long hikes, their faces burned with sun, lips cut and bleeding from the sand, their eyes red-rimmed and swollen, a sorry, tired lot just beginning to learn of what war was like. War does strange things to people, and there is a close communal feeling in an army camp, such as no place else on earth. The men, as well as their wives, were kind. The mess sergeant sent me half of a young turkey, split neatly in two with his cleaver, in order that my husband and I might eat our Christmas dinner together. During all these months, the men were expecting daily to be ordered to go overseas. They were overdrilled, and extremely restless, but still, no order came. I have so much more to tell you about Camp Cody, just read what I wrote, online, at themountainvoice.com.